I try to remember all the times that she would tell you that you were the one, but it was me.
That was beautiful.
Not you.
Yeah. You're not done yet. No, keep going. No, please.
Nah, I'm good. I'm fine.
No, please.
I'm fine. You know,
we have a lot to cover today.
Bro, we have so much to cover.
Sorry for no episode last week.
I know. I feel bad that we didn't get an episode in, but to be fair, we were loaded. So this is like the 2-week episode recap.
This is like a recap of the past 14 days.
Shit's been wild, bro. It's been a lot. We've been living a lot of life. That's the thing. It's hard to get the recording in when you're living so much life at once.
Yeah, but it was also just that it was my birthday last Thursday.
It was literally your birthday last Thursday.
And we always record on Thursdays, and we don't like varying from the day we record, because it's like...
No, I especially hate... I like the scheduled system of oh, it's Thursday, let's go record something.
Exactly.
But literally, your birthday had to land on the Thursday that we recorded, and I had a lot planned for you that day.
Yes.
So we literally had no time we woke up and went to work.
We'll get into all of that.
We'll get into literally all of it.
But it was a most epic day. It was.
No, it was fantastic. We had a lot of fun.
Snap. Be Real.
As y'all know.
Be Real is happening.
Right now, while we're doing the podcast.
Let's do the first,
are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, let's do the first live podcast, Be Real. All right, ready? Oh yeah.
Excuse me, people. We're doing a Be Real.
We're so real that we got.
You see, this is how live these podcasts are, because we're caught in the middle of a Be Real while we have to do the podcast.
Exactly, it happens.
You know, we got a whole moment where people are just like, "Oh, what are they doing right now?" We're taking a photo.
Yeah, and for those of you who haven't added me on Be Real, my Be Real...
Are you seriously going to plug yourself right now? Are you seriously going to do that?
When else would I? I mean, we just did a Be Real. My Be Real is cough, but it's spelled Kawff. Go ahead, add me on Be Real.
Ladies and gentlemen, add him on Be Real.
Yeah, please.
Just so you know that he's that real.
Just so you know that I'm that real. Let me scoot a little.
Excuse me.
Anyway, the last time that we were on the podcast, Jacob Lou just arrived.
Literally, Jacobus showed up in the building That's how stacked these last couple of weeks have been, because even on the last podcast, we had our first guest show up.
Yeah.
In the at the very end. So
No, but he's not our first guest. Wait, is he our first guest in LA?
I mean, no, but technically he's our first guest
from outside
of the 2 weeks.
Wait,
is what I mean.
But did we have anybody else pull up
on us?
Yeah.
Together?
Not counting people from that are living here too.
Yeah, because I was gonna say
actually, is he the first Maryland guest?
I think he's our first Maryland bloke that came through. No, technically he's our second
Maryland bloke. Right.
Or maybe technically first, depends on the starting point. But he's one of the earliest.
Oh, yeah, he's early.
He's hella early.
Yeah.
You know who else is early?
Jacob Daly.
I was gonna say. Speaking of Jacobs that are early,
I was gonna say I knew which reference you were making. Shout out Jacob Daly.
Shout out Jacob Daly.
Anyway,
and every right that he takes.
So let's start with that moment when Jacob Lou pulled up. That was October 30th. Wait.
No, it might have been the 28th or 9th. It was before our party, which is on the 30th.
Yeah.
And I don't think that much soon before. I think we had
it wasn't the night of? Oh no, it wasn't his birthday.
I think we had a whole day before, right. So we pulled up the night of the 28th of October.
The night of the 28th?
The night of the 28th.
We had a day before, are you sure?
I think we had a whole day with Jacob, and then we had the party.
That might be right. Anyway, so Jacob pulled up on October 28th or 29th.
28th or 29th.
What did we do? I mean, I feel like we have to go back into our...
we just talked and kind of caught up. I mean, it's been a long minute since we've seen Lou himself, especially since even when we were in Maryland, he was constantly flying around all over the place. Bro.
He's been traveling a lot, and we have an album we're working on, so it's
it's true.
So we
even though we didn't touch that album
we did.
at all.
We thought we were gonna be able to get work done.
Yeah, bro, we were so hype about like, oh, Jacob Lou's coming. We can get the Crabville tapes like done. Like, like we got everybody together. It'll be Terrace Cottage Part 2.
Yeah.
And in some ways, it is Terrace Cottage Part 2.
That's our first vacation, like the three of us.
Yeah, the three of us together.
And we cooked.
But god damn, bro.
Okay.
We didn't even touch the mic.
Yeah, so I went back into my photos to find out which event happened at which times. And the first event was the beach.
Yeah.
So we went to the beach the first... I think this was the first day Jacob got here. I think it was.
No, because he came at night. So the following day...
Oh, you're right.
The following day we went to the beach.
Right, because we recorded the podcast... Wait a second. Yeah, I think you're right. Recorded on the 28th, the night of the 28th. Posted it on the 29th.
Yeah.
And then on the day of the 29th...
Yep.
That's when we went to the beach. Like Venice? Did we go to Venice?
Yeah, we went to like the edge of Venice, almost to Santa Monica. Kind of beautiful.
The sunset was incredible.
That jaunt was vibrant.
I had this
whole lot of sand too.
I have this great photo, which maybe I'll include in the thumbnail. Maybe I'll have to include some of these photos in the thumbnail just to describe that.
Just to understand like where we were at.
But I have this picture of Sean and Jacob just like in front of me.
I don't think I've seen this before.
And there's just like a little like boat in the background, like in the ocean.
Damn.
And I'm like, oh my gosh,
pretty.
it was beautiful.
That is vibrant.
You're just like sometimes you're like, wow,
I have never seen this photo before.
Isn't it incredible?
This is very pretty. No, we caught an amazing. I have to admit, LA has like many beautiful sunsets.
Yes.
I'm glad we were able to catch this one at Venice Beach.
It does. It was about 6 p.m. on October 29th.
There's a lot of sand. Like
Santa Monica State Beach.
Yeah.
Is what it says. But I think it was more Venice. It was closer to Venice.
I think we're at like the edge of Venice going into Santa Monica.
Yeah, but that's probably why
more
it says
Venice
it.
Beach.
It's interesting. Yeah, and then we got some photos, and then boom, we had to jump right into it. We had our Halloween party the next day on...
yeah, shout out to... I know we got to do a little Halloween recap / catch up, but shout out to Halloween.
Yeah, we did that on Jacob's birthday because nobody was available on Halloween itself.
Yeah, we had like a lot of schedule conflicts just because people only shoot on weekends.
Exactly.
And that, it comes into conflict with holidays that are also on weekends.
Exactly.
When you're supposed to celebrate them on weekends.
Did we play the board game Inish on Jacob's birthday too, or did we?
No,
we waited for the next day.
I think it was the next day. I remember it was Jacob's birthday was Spooktown Throwdown, which is the party that we had, and it was lit. But because we were so distracted with the party, I could never actually give him the Inish gift that his girlfriend got him.
Yeah, Jacob's girlfriend Mai sent him a board game, and we played that. But that's later in the trip. We're not even there.
We're not even there. That's like, mine is still like juggling on like all the crazy things that we were up to, bro. But anyway, Spooktown Throwdown was a massive success.
It was.
I had a lot of fun.
I did too.
Everyone else had a lot of fun. There were a lot of cool costumes. You should have seen. I mean, if you're on my Instagram, I'll plug myself too while I'm at it.
Yeah, there you go.
CUDJOE .IS.KING. Kudjo is king.
Oh yeah.
If you check out some of the photos, there's a lot of dope outfits, bro. Our Batman and Robin was killing it.
Yeah, we were Batman
and Nightwing pulled up to the scene. You know what I mean?
It had to be done. And
we got some astronauts in there.
Jacob was Neo from the Matrix.
Yeah, Jacob was Neo from the Matrix. He was looking dope.
We had Dexter. We had
Maddie from Euphoria.
We had some characters from oh my gosh, what's the show called again? That Lauren.
Once Upon a Time.
Yes, Once Upon a Time.
We had Rumpelstiltskin, which I actually think he looks smack like Rumpelstiltskin. No disrespect.
I haven't seen a picture from the show, but yeah.
I saw one photo, and this dude looked smack like the grizzled face with the brownish gray hair.
Yeah.
Like he was killing it.
And
I think Lauren was the
Dark Fairy or
the
something.
Dark Fairy or the Black Fairy,
yeah,
or
something like that. Yeah,
her outfit was hard. She really thought about it. I love seeing people when like they put a lot of thought into their outfits.
Yeah, it
bro.
was a great time. It was awesome.
I'm glad we're matching energy here.
And yeah, definitely. And we played some games like mostly like some Sean and I think we won like 2 rounds of beer pong or something like
We
that.
We did.
So we were killing.
Batman and Robin are
That's
undefeated when it comes to beer pong.
We are
bro.
the dynamic duo.
You are not beating the dynamic duo to the mother-freaking O.
And we had to represent. That's what I'm saying.
You have to rep up. I can't let people think Batman and Robin are some chumps, you feel me?
Exactly.
Like,
the blokes.
Yeah, we're them blokes, bro. Yeah, it was also our home, so like we can't let people think that we're not there with it.
Yeah,
we're there with it.
That was a great day. What else did we do on the 30th?
hard.
Did we do anything else the day of the 30th? Or did we
we went thrifting.
We went thrifting.
We went thrifting before the Halloween party.
Yeah.
Got some new drip. I got some shades somewhere.
Yeah, that was fun. That was for Jacob's birthday, kind of thrifting day.
Yeah, he's a big thrift guy. I think his outfits. I think every day his outfit was pretty much like entirely thrifted, except for like 1 or 2 things.
Yeah, no, that's most of his drip. I'd say that's one of his favorite things to do.
Just thrift, bro. So we went down to Melrose, which is the thrift street of Los Angeles. We got a lot of new drip.
Yeah.
You got some especially new drip.
I got a jacket. Drip. And
it was completely out of Kevin's style. I think everyone who has known Kevin from beforehand were so shocked to see him with this new drip. It was kind of scary, actually.
The funny thing is, I feel like I've always wanted like a color block thing. So it's not like it was out of my.
It's not like it's completely. I think this is just the next evolution.
Exactly.
But we weren't ready for it because it was it's such a drastic change.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel I'm scared for everybody out there. All right, ladies, look out! This man got hella drip.
It was funny. Well, I'll talk about that part later. But
Jacob checking you out
when we went back to Melrose? That's true. Like Jacob's the one. Well, Jacob tried it on, and then he's like, "Oh, Kevin, actually, I think this might be your vibe." I'm like, "Oh, I do like color block. So let me try it on." I tried it on, and then Sean and Jacob were like, "Yo, get that." I'm like, "Okay, bet." And so I did, and then like. Throughout the day,
bro, Jacob not stop
kept
checking him out,
staring at me across the room.
He was staring at him, checking him out,
Jacob,
getting the full up down look. You feel me?
I was like, dude, my eyes are up here.
You be in mid conversation with him, and he would just like stop whatever you're talking about to be like, "I'm sorry, I can't stop looking at like you with this jacket on right now."
I know.
Yo, calm down, bro.
It was nice. It was a good time.
Kevin pulls, bro. He even pulls his friends.
You got some drip too. Didn't you get some glasses or something?
I did. I got some shades, and then the second time we went, I got the bracelet that was pretty hard.
You got what? The bracelet, right.
Bracelet.
The bracelet, yeah.
My wrist is looking naked. They need a little something.
That was the second trip later in the trip.
That was the second trip. I'll get to that. We'll get to that later. But yeah, Halloween Spooktown Throwdown was super fantastic.
I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything.
Outfits were hard.
Yeah, from Halloween,
usually on these Halloweens, like in the last couple of years, I do those lazier fits of like, I'll just put on like a green tie and I'll find a stick outside and be like, oh look, I'm a Slytherin.
Right.
But like this year I went stupid on the costume.
No, yeah, we went on.
I'm very proud of not just the costume but the vibe we were able to put on.
Yeah.
People were telling us after the fact, they're like, yo, next time you do this, like, invite us. Like,
good.
We're trying to come through. So.
Yeah, no, there were a bunch of great games that we played. I think we also played a little bit of Stack Cup too. And
I saw a round of Stack Cup being done. I'm not gonna lie, that bitch cup looks disgusting.
Yeah, you got
pouring it out was honestly traumatizing for me.
You got to put in the most disgusting ingredients you could possibly.
I saw like potato chips in there and like.
Yeah, of course. Maybe a little sauce here, a little sauce there.
Can't Stack Up just be a bunch of alcoholic beverages? Like, do you have to make it actually disgusting?
You do have to make it disgusting. It's part of the energy, part of the vibe.
If I saw a bitch cup, I would never play and put myself in jeopardy like that.
Fair enough.
My focus level, I'm not very good at being focused in high intensity games.
It was fun though. I mean, and that was sort of more like the throwdown night. Like we had like that was sort of the hard party night.
That was the hard party night, and like Jacob got to see a lot of our friends.
Yeah, so. Jacob got to meet like everybody, right? And so Jacob actually, I mean, long story short, Jacob ended up doing the driving on this trip. I'll just leave it at that.
Oh yeah.
And
we rented out a car, and he was doing a lot of the whipping around.
Yeah, and he really got to explore LA through driving.
I was gonna say he got that full taste of that LA traffic, got the city slow.
I feel like that's how you really learn what it's like here is when you drive. He drove here basically for like 10 days just like driving straight. And he was exhausted of it. He was and everybody was. But it was like it's just tiring, but you got to get from one place to another, and we're in downtown, and a lot of our friends are in like Burbank and stuff, so there's a lot of driving and maneuvering and all this stuff. So, but
Yeah,
he can
was
definitely
insane.
go back and say that he got the full experience. That much.
We did get
for
the
sure.
full experience. I mean, we went everywhere. I think what did we do the next day after Spooktown Throwdown?
Spooktown Throwdown was.
I feel like was after that the hike that we did.
I think it was. Let me check the calendar. That was actual Halloween. Was the day after.
Oh right.
And so.
Oh, we went to the we did the was it the hike, was it? We went to Hollywood.
Oh, the hike actually was not that day. Yeah.
We went to Hollywood, which we saw like the Walk of Fame and a little bit of the Chinese theater.
Was that on?
My personal opinion, it's not that special.
Yes, we did that on Halloween because we wanted to see if there were Halloween costumes. Now that I remember that. But actually, I didn't really notice that many.
Yeah, Halloween. Not at least Halloween. This is a lot of Hollies.
Yeah,
Halloween in Hollywood, like the area, like the actual strip with the stars and the Walk of Fame and shit. Like,
it's just very. I mean, it's very like extremely touristy.
I think I think the beautiful part about that area is just that it's super touristy.
Yeah,
like, that's where like everybody wants to come and see everyone's names everywhere and check out like. Cool
that's
events.
when we got Japanese food, right?
That's when we got Japanese food. Yeah,
now it's coming back.
And like sometimes there's really big movie premieres at the Chinese theater and everything. So like it's super dope. It's just not. It's just. It is what it is. It's like actually not that cool of an experience, personally.
Yeah.
And then after that, we went on Mulholland Drive and got that view.
Yeah, it was good to say that Jacob saw.
I think if we ever let a guest come here without seeing the Walk of Fame, then you're not getting the full experience. I think that's one of the most known things about Los Angeles.
You've seen the logo of this podcast. We couldn't not take him to the Hollywood.
Exactly. Love it or hate it, like you have to see it.
Yeah,
you have to check it out.
Yeah, you're right. Then it was Sean's idea to take us up to Mulholland Drive, like the beautiful sort of City of Stars-esque La La Land view.
Like personally, like I respect, because there's definitely other views in Los Angeles, which we'll get to later. Mm-hmm. But my favorite is Mulholland Drive because it just feels like you can see the bowl, of the valley and all like the stars beneath you.
Yeah,
and, like it's got this nice view. You can even get your car to play some music or something sometimes and feel the wind. It's just very like wow, like this whole thing is for the taking.
Yeah, when you take it. Drive into LA, you don't see it like that.
No,
but
it's funny because Las Vegas it has.
Yeah, Las Vegas, you drive into it and it looks like that. It's like whoa, like this is the biggest city ever, even though it just looks like that. It's like so flat for so long. But LA, you have to sort of go to Mulholland Drive to get that view. But it's pretty epic. On the mountains,
but it's super duper epic, and it twinkles too because of like. I think it's the pollution in the air. Yeah. But it twinkles just like the stars above. So, I don't know. We should go again on like a really clear night. Yeah. And see if we can get like stars above us and stars below us. And be like...
I would be very down for that. Yeah. And then we got Japanese food.
Then we went to go get some sushi.
Yes. And I got a bento box.
I think actually I also got a bento box, but I split a sushi roll with Jacob.
Oh, okay. So
gotcha. It was delicious.
That's what we did on Halloween.
We ate so much Asian food.
It's kind of funny that was on Halloween.
Huh?
It's kind of funny that was the actual Halloween.
That's the thing, like... We spent our Halloween the day before. Exactly. So today it's more focused on like hanging out with Jacob, being more like intimate about like his birthday and everything.
Yes,
and, I think was that the night that we played Inish?
I think so. Yeah, so that's the night that we played Inish, Jacob's new board game from my.
Bro, I love that game.
Yeah, it was.
I'm kind of mad we couldn't get a third round in, but I'll see him. I'll see him when I see him, and we're gonna play it again.
It was awesome. We played Inish I think twice on the trip.
Yeah.
And it was really fun both times. Jacob caught both dubs.
Both dubs.
I almost won the one time though. I was so close.
You were very close.
I was so close.
That's the thing. It's like you have to like simultaneously like focus on a target while making sure you're not completely abandoning the other target.
Yeah.
And then you also got to worry about your own numbers and ranks and like keeping up. It's a lot of like focus, which I think.
Yeah. It's like Game of Thrones, the board game, kind of.
You have your own territory and your clans or whatever, and you try to like take over. Yes. And there's 3 or 4 different ways to take over the map.
Yes.
Yeah, Jacob won both times. He did he
became High King.
Yeah, he became High King. He checkmated me.
Yeah.
In that last game that we played,
I did not like game. That. We're talking in like stupid voices the whole time.
Yeah, no, we're playing like Game of Thrones music in the background, and we're like, "Ah, yes, my lord. Do you wish to face the bread?" And like, it's so much fun. I would play that game again.
I
will play that game.
I would
again.
definitely play that game.
I cannot allow this Lou to become the High King for the second time in a row.
Not at all. Of course not.
Blast.
And then that was Halloween, and then what did we do? Oh, November 1st was Monday, so that's when Jacob dropped. Or wait, no, November 1st was Tuesday.
November 1st?
Oh, that's when Jacob took me to work. Jacob dropped me off at work.
Oh, right. And I was here working on my album.
And then Jacob went rock climbing. We kind of spent the day separate for a lot of that day.
Yeah.
But then Jacob and I, when I was done with work, he picked me up and we went to get pho. Yeah, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I think it was. Actually, I can't remember. I can't remember exactly where it was. But it was on the way back from Glendale or something.
Not surprised. Again, we had more Asian food.
Yeah. It was really good.
We should put a counter up every time we go to any place. It's like Asian food.
The pho was good, but it wasn't actually as good as some of the places I've been to in Maryland.
Really?
In Rockville. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I feel like the pho might be better in
Maryland. Yeah, maybe so. I don't know. But it was good.
It's hard.
And then we're
doing the second?
We what?
What did we do on the second?
The second? Well, I mean, on the first, what did we do? Did we like the night of the first? Did we?
I don't remember. It's like such a blur. Like all these days have to really fade into each other.
Well, yeah, I'm looking at my phone.
I just feel like we played another round of Inish and called it there. Did we watch anything? Was that the... No, we forgot to mention we watched Everything Everywhere all at once together.
That was the night...
And that was actually October 31st?
The night that we... No. That was the night that we went to the beach.
So the 29th.
I'm pretty sure.
Or the 28th or something.
Yeah, it was
29th. It was the 29th.
It was one of the first... I think it was after the beach. I think it was October 29th.
That movie was insane, bro.
That movie was great.
That movie was absolutely... I was watching it and I'm like... Somehow, emotionally, I'm following, but, what is happening, bro?
It's
so whack, but, it makes sense.
It's so ridiculous, but it's so awesome at the same time.
It was it looks beautiful. It's emotionally very touching. That's another thing, I feel like the biggest struggle with movies like this, it's how do you tell such a grand, large, literal multiversal scale story, yet still have it be an emotional story with this one particular character, and I think they found a perfect way to do both.
Yeah, somehow it made no sense, but it made perfect sense at the same time.
It was great, bro. No spoilers, because that movie's actually pretty recent. I want everyone to go in. You just have to watch it. It's so insane.
Yeah,
it is so insane. Oh,
it was a good time.
The different variations and all the whack, they're just so whack.
I like how they embrace the goofiness of it. Yeah,
they really embrace if there was a multiverse with endless possibilities, how whack could it get?
Exactly.
And it gets pretty fucking whack.
The name also, I think, is just it describes the movie so perfectly. I don't know if there's a better named movie.
No, it is Everything Everywhere all at once. Yeah. It's happening all at once. You just have to watch it, bro. Yeah. It's great, and also on just an emotional level, it's very touching.
Yeah, definitely.
It's very touching. I think people with strict parents or a very traditional family would appreciate this film.
Yeah, for sure.
I appreciate this film.
When I'm looking at my photos, I see that the hike was on November 2nd.
The hike was the day after. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you, me, Jacob, and we invited our homie Lauren up.
Yeah.
We went on the Wisdom Tree hike.
Right. Which
originally I think the plan was just to go on the Wisdom Tree hike.
Yeah.
And it was already the afternoon. It was beautiful.
Which we went on before, but this time we didn't go.
Yeah, we've been on it before, but we brought Jacob along this time.
And the sunset was just so beautiful.
Sunset was very nice. And I don't know who else that's listening has done the Wisdom Tree hike, but I highly recommend it if you haven't.
Yeah.
You get a real view of all of Los Angeles, behind the mountain, in front of the mountain, everything, and it just kind of makes you realize how big of a city.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is.
It's on one side of the mountain you can see Burbank, and then on the other side of the mountain, the mountain, you can see downtown far away.
Exactly. And then downtown has all these high-rise buildings, and it's all kind of it's a small city inside a really big plain of these really low buildings.
And we're Jacob, that's what you've been driving.
Yeah. To put it into perspective, we live a little bit under downtown.
Yeah.
So we drove, when you see the distance that we've been it just puts everything into perspective.
It does. It's pretty wild.
Yeah. But then after after that, we were like, all right, let's make this a little bit more interesting because again, me and Kevin have already done the Wisdom Tree hike.
Yeah.
And Jacob was like, I'm only here for a couple weeks, or only 1 week really.
10
1
days
week
or
and
something.
10 days, 1 week and 10 days, a week and a half.
No, just 10 days.
Yeah.
Not 1 week and 10 days.
Oh, my bad. 1 week and a half.
In like 3 days or something.
10 days.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, I gotta see it all.
Yeah.
So we went from the Wisdom Tree and then hiked all the way to the Hollywood sign.
Yeah,
And it was
directly.
like, bro.
It actually wasn't as bad as we thought it might be, but
It wasn't. It was longer than I expected, but not as crazy. Because I think the travel up to the Wisdom Tree is crazy. It's like a lot of altitude, really, really fast.
yeah, it's like a 45-minute hike though up to the Wisdom Tree, and then I don't remember
I feel like it was another 45 to the Hollywood sign,
Maybe
but that
about.
was more like straight through.
Yeah,
No crazy altitude things or
I think
like
so.
dangerous paths or anything.
and that was also beautiful,
That
so
was
so
very
pretty.
Yeah,
And
the
then
Hollywood sign was nice.
and then we like walked like down, like there was like this street near the Hollywood sign. We just kind of walked down that street until we could get we didn't get an Uber. Jacob and I ended up walking back to the car eventually.
I was close, but then I had to Uber the way back because me and
Yeah.
Lauren were just chatting, kind of going a little too slow. We were
Right,
never
but then
gonna
you
make
guys were very close anyway, so then it was like a
Yeah.
short Uber.
it. It's a very short Uber ride, but yeah,
Yeah.
we went up the Wisdom Tree hike path, and then we went down the Hollywood sign path,
Yeah.
and there was a big distance between like the Hollywood sign path and the Wisdom Tree, so the walk back took forever.
Yeah,
It took hours. I think in total we walked for 3 hours.
Is that the night that we got something vegan?
Yes, it was.
We got this restaurant called Something Vegan that night too, with that crew.
You have to also explain that like the restaurant is called something vegan. It's not like we ate something that
Right.
was vegan.
The
Like,
restaurant
it's
is
called
called
something vegan.
Something Vegan, and
It's delicious.
that's when Kayla joined us. Our friend Kayla joined us with our crew, with Lauren, Jacob, Sean.
Little gang.
Yeah, and that was fun. And
That was really, really fun. I love eating at something. Look, no sponsorship, but like if they wanted to, I'd be down. Because even though I'm not vegetarian or vegan,
yeah.
the food there is so good you won't even notice.
It was good.
It's not even worth like oh my god, like I'm not in the mood to just have like vegetarian food. Like if I'm just hungry, I'm going to something vegan.
Yeah, no, they got good stuff, and I got
stuff.
some like red curry. It was vegan curry.
Was it good?
It was pretty good. Yeah, it was good.
I always go for the fried chicken sandwich, which is hilarious.
Yeah,
it's
the
so
vegan
good
place.
there. I've had that's probably like I've gone to other places that have fried chicken sandwiches and they're not as good as something vegan.
Yeah.
And that's actually the fake chicken.
It was really good.
That was really good. And then Drunken Noodle is my second go-to because I love Drunken Noodle.
That was a good night, and that was basically that day.
Yeah.
That's what happened that day.
Crazy hike.
Yeah, and then the next day was my birthday.
Woo! Let me tell my side of the story of that first because it took so much. So Lauren had hit me up the day before, like, "Oh, what are you doing for Kevin's birthday?" And I was like, "Huh." You know, I've been so focused on Jacob coming and then the Halloween party, I forgot that we need to like kind of do something for your birthday just to celebrate you. So then, literally, I woke up in the morning. I like talked to Jacob while I think you were still sleeping or in the shower or something. I was like, Jacob, all right, what if we finally do this hot yoga thing that Kevin has been talking about for like, I think even before you got here, you wanted to do hot yoga.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, bet. We're going to do hot yoga today. And then after that, I got on the phone with Lauren. I was like, all right, look, Lauren, me and Kevin about to go do some hot yoga, but we need to do a little celebration thing. We got to do it all, right? So while we're away, I'm going to leave my keys in a very secret location, grab those keys, come into the apartment, and then dress it up, and then we'll play some board games when we get back.
Right.
And she's like, all right, bet. So I'm like, all right, great. The whole entire plan is now kind of set in motion. Because I think that was also the day that we didn't finish our game of Inish the night before.
Yes.
So we were like, all right, when we wake up on your birthday, we're gonna finish that game.
Yes, I have a picture that I took of it because we didn't finish it or something.
Wow.
Yeah, so we actually
Can you send me that?
wait, actually I think we might have started it on my birthday and then
No, it was because I remember it was like we're gonna finishing the round of Inish was actually a distraction so that we could wait until we had to go somewhere.
Oh.
So we started the night before, and then we used it as an excuse the day after.
Did we go get breakfast too on my birthday? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think we went to Jimmy John's first.
You mean
to go.
Jersey Mike's? Right. Yeah.
Jersey Mike's.
I woke up and I was like, I want
Jersey
Mike's because there's a Jersey Mike's within walking
Thank
distance,
you.
which is so nice. And we got some Jersey Mike's. I had a Mike's Famous Philly. It was epic.
Yeah, it was
and then we
delicious.
came back and we finished Inish, like the round from the night before. That's right.
Yeah.
And then Sean's like, so Sean had a whole like scheme that he did.
Yeah, no. So earlier in the day, and I didn't even realize this.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, I have to return my Batman costume to Amazon."
Yeah.
And then Jacob like heard that and was like, "Oh, that's perfect." And then texted me, was like, "Bro, I have a plan." I'm like, "Huh?" And then it hit me too. I was like, "Oh shit, that's perfect."
Yeah.
Instead of saying like, "Oh, let's go to this random location in downtown," we were like, "Oh, I have to return the Batman costume. We got to go to this particular UPS in downtown to do it." But really, we were going to go do hot yoga the whole time.
And that checks out because Sean's been talking about like since Halloween that he needs to return to Batsuit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is like totally normal to me, and I'm like, all right, yeah, because we've been talking about it. So then we're driving like to downtown, and I'm not even paying attention. I just like casually, I'm like, okay, yeah, we're just going to UPS, like whatever. And after a while, like they were like Sean and Jacob were really playing it up. Like,
oh wait.
Yeah.
You gotta mention right before we left. Or like we're about to hop in the car.
Yeah.
Jacob's already in the driver's seat because he's been driving this whole trip.
Right,
and then Kevin was like about to sit in the front seat and like see Jacob pull up the actual address on the map. I'm like, hold on. Okay. Let me get in the front.
And Sean,
I want to go in the front.
Sean never wants to get in the front. Like he will, but he doesn't care like to call it like some people do.
That's true. I really usually don't give a shit. I was just
like, oh, that's kind of weird. I'm like, you want to sit in the front? And then
I'm like, yeah, bro.
I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, play me for it. And I like start doing rock paper scissors.
Yeah, we played a round of rock. I put everything on the line for rock paper scissors because it could have been that you would have won that, got in the front, and we had to figure out a different way to get there without
without maps. It would have all blown up. But you won rock paper scissors.
I did luckily win rock paper scissors. Got right in the front. Jacob looked at me, gave me a fist bump. I'm like, bro, thank God you won that game. You put it in the map. Kevin isn't watching because he's in the back, and I'm like, all right, straight.
Yeah.
I really had like a backup plan of being like, oh, Kevin, can you go and like open the game?
Right, I think he was gonna do that. Yeah, but that was good. That was a solid plan. And then we drove there, and but they're still really playing it up. They're like, wow. Jacob's like, wow, Sean, why is this UPS place so far? Like, Jacob's like putting Sean on the spot.
No, you put me on the spot when he said that. I was like, oh shit. It's like, oh, like, I think it's because I have so many items from the Batman suit. Like, I gotta go and like go to a special UPS because it's so many items.
But we're so used to this type of bullshit with these
big companies be doing this all the time.
So especially in LA, I feel like I always got to go to 18 different stops or like a different place for a different reason. It just added up perfectly. But the thing I should have noticed is when like Jacob got like valet parking. That's what I should have noticed. Like, why would he get valet parking?
Yeah, I figured me not coming out with the boxes might have been a red flag, but you seem to still be chill about it.
Exactly.
Like, oh, okay.
Right, and so I'm just like, so Jacob like. We park in there, and the guy's like, either I can take the car for you, or you can park yourself. And Jacob's like, yeah, you can just take it for us. I'm like, okay. So the guy takes it for us, and he parks the car for us.
Yeah.
And we walk into this like place, and it's kind of like this like basement. I didn't even look at the sign. I wasn't even paying attention.
Silly goose. It would have said Bohem Yoga.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
And then Jacob's like, oh, this is such a weird UPS place. And then Sean, I noticed, didn't have the bat suit. I'm like, oh, Sean, you forgot the bat suit in the car. And then Sean's like, oh, that's so weird.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to need that where we're going.
And then Jacob's like, yeah, this place is so odd. And I'm like, what's going on? And then this lady at the counter is just like, you guys are late. And I'm like, were you okay, UPS lady? What are you talking about? I didn't know we had to arrive at a specific time. Yeah. And then she's just like, okay, sign here, here, and here. I'm like, what the heck? And then I'm like,
we're in a very special UPS.
Yeah, it was a very special UPS. No. And then I signed, and they told me we were doing hot yoga, and I'm like, oh.
Hot yoga time, the perfect surprise.
Yeah, and the funny thing is I always wanted to do hot yoga because I have done yoga and I really liked it, so hot yoga sounded good. But I don't think I knew like exactly what hot yoga even meant. I just think it sounded like really intense yoga or something. But it's like, no, it's like in a sauna.
Yeah, it's basically yoga in a sauna.
Yeah, and it was epic. Like we all just fantastic. Like the amount of like liquid that left our bodies was like literally.
I think I lost at least a gallon of water in there.
I was like, how is that even possible? Like, yeah, we were just like completely like
we were losing all of this water. These poses were intense, bro. I was like nearly passing out.
Yeah. And at the end, the instructor was like, "Great job, guys!" Like, she used to be super nice, and
her attitude changed real quick after like one session of high yoga.
It like puts you in like a different mental state or something like that. It just like changes. You're just like, "Whoa, I feel different now. I feel good."
I'm a different person.
Exactly. And and then we like I think we ended up just showering there so that we could continue on with the day. Yeah. And we went.
Yeah, man, Bohem Yoga. That place is hard.
Yeah, and then we walked to Grand Central Markets.
Yes. So right after that, lady recommended that we just go to Grand Central Market because there's a bunch of food there. Yeah. So we all head over there, and that was it wasn't like a long walk. Like it was just right over there. But the funny thing is that if you've seen Grand Central Market, then you know it's like a really big place with all kinds of different restaurants. So like all three of us like dispersed into our own paths to go find the food that we want to eat, and I didn't see either of them. Yeah. But then all of a sudden, all three of us landed to the exact same Japanese restaurant. We're like, wait, what? Like. Grand Central Market is huge, you know what I mean? Like, egg sluts at the very front, and then there's, like, some other shit in the back. Like, there's food all over the place. Yeah. Italian food, fruits, smoothies, all kinds of shit. And somehow, all three of us still arrived at the exact same place.
I think I just wanted ramen, or something, and it looked good. And then we all...
I love Asian food regardless,
So we had that, and that was fantastic. And, like, Sean took like, a call during that.
Bro.
Which later I realized was actually part of the scheming plan, but I just assumed it was like his mom or something. Cause like,
bro, I was sweating. Yeah, I was like, okay, I can play it off like it's my mom or something. Yeah. But it was Lauren who wanted to FaceTime me. Yeah. So I go to the bathroom and I'm taking the call. Lauren calls me and is like, bro, okay, we're at your place. Them keys that you told me where they're supposed to be, they ain't there. Yeah. So I'm calm because I'm always calm in stressful situations, but like, I'm low-key starting to freak out because I'm like, bro, who the fuck took my keys? Yeah. You know, I left it in a hidden place. Yeah. So someone must have saw it, intentionally grabbed it, and like moved it. So I was like, bro, like this, like, and I can't make up an excuse to like take your keys and then tell Jacob to go drive back for something and then distract you for like an hour while we're waiting. That would be really
tricky to navigate.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, there's no way I can get you into the apartment right now. Like, you have to find those keys. Yeah. And luckily, I was freaking out for like 10 minutes, but by the grace of God, like, two of my neighbors like started helping them look like for my keys, and they found my keys in the front of like the gate.
Yeah, like not where you left them.
Not at all where I left them. So somebody picked it up, messed with it, and moved it. And later I saw that like some of my keychains, I had like a little keychain from Texas from our road trip, and the SC keychain for Southern California, the school. Someone took those off of my keys.
And you still never got those back?
Still haven't gotten those back. They're gone.
So whack. It's probably
but they left the rest of my keys and my two little gift card things from the grocery store.
Well, that's
discount cards.
So. It's kind of weird though. Just like, all right.
If you really I'm like, why don't you just take the whole thing? I guess the thing is like keys aren't really worth anything to anybody.
I guess, yeah.
But like, why'd you take the keychains? Like, are you gonna sell that to somebody?
I know, right? Yeah, weird.
They were dope keychains, though. I'm not gonna front. But yeah, so they finally got my keys.
I just assumed you were taking a really long call for whatever reason, which you do sometimes. So I wasn't.
I do that sometimes. So it's not out of pocket for me, but like, there was a high stakes situation. They told me that they found the keys. They got into my apartment and set up the whole party thing. So I'm like, all right, I can go back to Kevin and like chill. But man, I even texted Jacob halfway through, like, oh my god, they can't find my keys. Like, what are we gonna do? And Jacob's like, I have faith that they're gonna find it. I'm like, bro, I don't know. But luckily they did find my keys.
Yeah, no, they did, and so basically, but that actually wasn't even our last stop before home, because like we're talking at the Grand Central Market, and I'm like, guys, you know what sounds really good? Like hot tea. And then we start talking about like Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I'm like, you guys know that episode where like Uncle Iroh like is in the Earth Kingdom, and he's like, Zuko's like all like pissy, and he's like, Zuko's like, why are you just like okay with like living this like lame ass life? And Uncle Iroh's like, dude, what are you talking about? This is like the perfect life. Like, I get to like serve tea to people every day, and it's like the best part of their day. I get to see them smile and be relaxed, and this is the way to live life. It doesn't get better than this. And I'm like, yeah, Uncle Iroh's, you got bars. I'm like, guys.
Uncle Iroh got hella bars.
I'm like, let's go to a hot tea shop. That sounds fantastic, you know? And so we found one in Chinatown.
Yeah, it was Chinatown.
Yeah. And we went, and that was also awesome. That was fantastic. That was a great place.
Not gonna lie though, I was a little stressed because the moment that we parked in Chinatown, I got a text from Lauren like, "Oh yeah, everything is set up in your apartment right now. We're just waiting on you." And I was
like when we got there,
literally when we parked.
Oh my god!
So I was like, okay. I was like, Jacob, let's have fun, of course, but like, let's make this quick, all right? No dinner, no nothing. We're grabbing tea and we getting out.
Right, yeah. I had no idea. And but it was nice. They started us with like hot water, and then they gave us the tea, and then they ended us with like an extra little tea though. So we were there for a minute.
We were there for a minute. I think it was like we were there for. I think the whole thing in total took like 45 minutes. Yeah. Like another added extra.
But I also, so I was under the impression that we were just going to come back and watch some Avatar. Like, that's literally what I thought. Which, on a good
Little did you know, man. We had everybody there.
The day was already so fantastic. I was like, I was so chill. I didn't really expect anything, honestly, because I just expected to wake up and decide what to do, like, casually. But these surprises were so better than I could have asked for.
Yeah.
So it was wonderful.
Yeah, man, we had everything set up. We went back and like they surprised you.
Yeah.
They even set up a little like trivia game for you to like do.
Yeah, they did. It was like they kind of did like sort of like we had like a Riddler thing set up at Halloween.
Yeah, that's right. We did a trivia thing at Spooktown Throwdown that was like Riddler based because you know the Batman just came out. This is the first Halloween for that.
Yeah,
like, we thought it'd be a little fun trivia, and everyone seemed to enjoy it. But I think they took that concept and were like, all right, we're gonna give Kevin like a little trivia thing for his birthday.
Yeah, it was fun. They did like the papers and stuff too, and then they also did like little hangman things.
Yeah,
and the answer was the bloke.
The bloke.
Pretty awesome.
You say bloke pretty often, bro.
And
you know what's funny? Apparently they were writing it while we were there.
No, I heard that. Yeah, like they were distracting me while I was telling them about my day, so they like were writing it as it was happening.
Yeah, I was like, bro, wait, what? I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
so,
no, that was really cool. Funny. And then we played a lot of One Night Ultimate Werewolf, like
a lot of werewolf,
and it was awesome
because we got our asses kicked.
So yeah, our friend Kayla, she literally won every single round.
She was the werewolf like 4 or 5 times in a row, and every time she won. You know, at some point you think like, oh, maybe this person is sus. But because they were werewolf last time, you assume they can't be werewolf again. Yeah. And it's the perfect cover.
No, like, I think Kayla literally won every round. I think she might have been a villager one round too, and then the villagers won that round.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I've ever seen an undefeated game when we played that many werewolves, and I was like, that's crazy.
Undefeated,
like,
bro.
Undefeated. Yeah.
She's the GOAT. Like,
it was a great time because I love board games, and that was totally wicked. And, you know, so my party was sort of more like so we kind of had the epic throwdown earlier in the week for Halloween, and then this was sort of like the board game throwdown, which is also an awesome throwdown. So we got a little taste of everything.
Exactly. I feel like this is more of like an intimate party, which is nice. And then we had our Spooktown Throwdown, which is more like a full throwdown type of party, which is also nice for different reasons. Even
though they still iced me for this throwdown.
They definitely did ice you for that throwdown.
Which was fun.
Makes the board game more fun, right?
Yeah, it was very fun. No, it was a great time. Great birthday. Couldn't have asked for a better birthday. And I just feel like so much had already happened at this point in the trip. But
it sounds like the last day of the trip, but this is only halfway through.
I was only like halfway through because the next day my family was showing up, which I don't think my family... Did they show up like late? I can't remember. Yeah, they showed up really late. They showed up
super late because their flight got delayed.
Hella delayed. My family's flight got hella delayed on November 4th, so they didn't show up till like really late. We didn't even see them that night.
I wasn't even there until night.
You had a shoot that day.
I had a shoot that day, and man, that shoot, it was ass. I'm gonna just come out and say it was. I'm gonna look, man. It was ass. It was ass. I mean, look, I met great people, and that's the thing about shoots. No, regardless if it's a bad shoot or a good shoot, you always meet new, interesting, and fun people that maybe you will want to see again or like use their help on your shoots down the line. So I definitely got to meet new people. I also saw some old friendly faces. But man, this shoot was ass, bro. Just on the scheduling side. I don't know, like the producers and the AD did not do a fantastic job of scheduling everyone's time properly.
Yes.
Making sure everyone has a ride to wherever they need to go to.
I see.
Like, man, it was
bro.
ass.
Yeah, that day was you ended up not doing the second day of it because you're just like,
yeah, bro, I had to find a way out of it. I was like, look, I had a lot of fun. I made so much bullshit to this guy's friend. I was like, look, and this is my friend too, so like he'll understand. But like, I was like, man, you had a lot of fun today, but my roommate's family's in town, and I gotta go hang out with them.
Exactly.
So, even though I originally said like, oh yeah, I could do this day, I think he just like forgot or something. I'm like, yeah, sorry, I can't. I'm not doing this day.
Right.
I am not coming back to this shoot again.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Not have fun.
That's funny. Yeah, that day I went rock climbing with Jacob. Because Jacob already went, earlier in the week, like when I was working. Mm-hmm. But he's like, yo, you want to go rock climbing? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So we went to this random gym, and it was really fun. Jacob's very good at rock climbing. He was...
I hear Jacob's good at with the sauce.
Yeah, he was like going and doing all the jumps, and then like people in the rock climbing gym were like giving little like applauds and stuff like that when he like land the
bro,
jumps.
What? Who are these people, bro?
They were just like, woo, yeah, like it was kind of funny.
That's
it was
hilarious.
Nice. And then Jacob and I showered there too. We got really used to showering at these facilities because like. Basically, Sean and I, like, our gas, like, turned off, like, halfway through the trip.
It turned off our gas, man.
Because, like, we were getting it for free, and then they cut it off because they realized we were getting it for free.
They're like, maybe you should be paying for this shit.
So we're getting it back soon, but we basically had, like, we did take cold-ass showers here, but every time we went to a facility, which was actually multiple times.
Many times. Because we also went back to hot yoga at some point.
Exactly. We actually, like, took just, like, the showers there because we could get the hot water. Yeah. I felt like one of those, like, old dudes that like walks around the pool like butt ass naked like, and you're like, why are you like showering here, like, but I wasn't walking around butt ass naked, but it was pretty funny.
Why
like,
do old people at any gym facility just walk around butt ass? Nobody wants to see that.
They've made it that far in life that they've earned it. That's the thing. That's how it works. You know what I'm saying?
You got to be so old that you've earned the right to be
walk around butt ass naked. Yeah, and like. But it was pretty funny at the rock climbing gym because like there was not that many. There was like nobody in the locker room other than Jacob and I. So we were just casually like chilling, like we were both like singing, like in like as like we're like taking these like showers. So if somebody walked in there, it probably would have been pretty funny. You know what I'm saying?
That's pretty funny.
It would have been pretty weird, but
that's pretty.
We didn't feel as confident at the yoga studio to do that because there's a lot of people.
Yeah, man, yoga studio. There's a lot of heads, all sweaty.
Yeah.
Some of them super built, super stacked. You feel me?
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what we did that day, and then what did we do like the night of November 4th? I don't really remember.
We were just waiting to hear back from your family. I think we just ate something. I ate like tacos or something, and then
we went to like this taco place that we like with Jacob a few times. Maybe it was that night. I can't remember the exact one. But that's what I mean. That day was kind of spent separately. Yeah, that was kind of the
another
only
separate day. Man, I had that ass shoot, bro.
I wonder if my Be Real was
ass.
Oh, that's when I also went to get what are they called? Like acai bowls. Like the smoothie bowls.
Yeah, my previous used to make them at this one place. I hear that they're quite complex to make, but they're good.
Like these smoothie bowls. They're good. Jacob and I got those that day too. That's mainly what happened that day, and that was a Friday. So yeah, and then the next day, November 5th, Saturday, that's when my family pulled up. Finally, they got a big ass rental car, 7-person like.
Looked like a goddamn Escalade, bro. I was like, whoa, huge. Bro, are you pushing coke? Like, what is this?
And
the car was huge.
Yeah, it was so big, and but Jacob didn't have to drive then, at least for a little bit, so that was nice. And we went and got brunch at Bird's Nest.
Bird's Nest goes hard. Shout out to Bird's Nest.
They had some good food, and then we went thrifting with my fam that day too.
Yeah, they wanted to go hit Melrose, so we went back to Melrose, got some new drip. That's when I got the
bracelet.
That's when I got the bracelet.
Yeah, and then
also tried this like really mid white European frappuccino from this one place. Their whole slogan was like, one sip and you're hooked. Bitch, I took 5 sips and I finished the goddamn thing and I'm not hooked.
You and Jay both were like, nah.
You hope for something really creamy and delicious. Yeah. But it's ass. It's not ass. It's not ass.
I got an ice cream macaroon there. It was okay.
Were you hooked?
No, honestly.
See, that whole place is just a lie, bro. They're like, oh, you'll get hooked.
But a key moment happened at that place if you don't remember. I get stopped on the street.
This guy went full celebrity and got stopped.
For my drip. Like, for my jacket that I bought a few days earlier.
Yeah.
They're literally like, yo, can we interview you? And they interviewed me for, like, a fashion TikTok. And I'm like, what the heck?
This guy is now on the Fashion For You pages. Bro, there are, like, fashion people that, like, want to see all the shit that's going down in Melrose. They're going to see you. They're going to be like, oh.
Accumulate one piece of drip. Get put on a fashion TikTok.
Yeah, bro.
But literally, like, they were asking me all these questions about fashion. I just don't really know the names of brands and stuff. So I mean, I answered as best as I could, but I couldn't answer very well. But then I told them, I'm like, oh yeah, my friend was like, you know, he's got a bunch of drip too. You should interview him. And they're like, okay, bet. So then they interviewed Jacob as well. So we got.
They're out there with Jacob for a minute.
Yeah,
Jacob has a very good eye for fashion.
He's a fashionista. You know, it was funny because like my brother Jay, he roasted me for Jacob being my fashionista, you know, like
he's your dresser.
Yeah, my dresser. And then I'm like, Jay, what are you talking about? Like Ashley, like our sister, she's literally your dresser. What are you talking about?
Like respectfully, yeah, Jacob saw that jacket and like thought it'd be good for you, but I feel like that was that one time. Whereas your brother Jay, like I know Ashley dresses the fuck out of you.
yeah, I know. And hey, he's starting to get his own drip too. But I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with that.
like definitely, like he's starting to branch out from what he wants to do based on what she kind of gave him to start with.
Yeah.
But don't lie, bro. Like she gave you your whole wardrobe from the start.
Yeah.
And you're going from that.
You gotta have a fashion team.
Which no disrespect, you know, like we all got to start somewhere.
Exactly.
Someone's got to give us the eye.
Exactly.
I still remember way back in like middle school, someone taught me like, oh, you know, you should try to match your shoes with your shirt or your jacket, and I was like, bro, what? And like fashion like clicked in my head,
like,
bro.
whoa.
I was like, wait, I never even thought of it. It was like back in like middle school or something.
You're like, whoa, it all makes sense.
Yeah, because before I'm just like wearing like whatever, like nothing would match. None of my colors would ever match.
Right.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Anyway, so that was fun. That was a good day. And then later that night was when we went to Dockweiler, I believe.
Was it that night?
Yeah, because it says Sunday at...
I remember I was trying to get AirPods from someone, and then right after they're like, "Oh, we should go do a whole plan at Dockweiler and go check out like the fire pits."
Yeah,
like,
so we went to get Sean had to pick up AirPods, but like then we ended up going meeting Lauren and Kayla with everybody at Dockweiler Beach, which is like, you know, it's kind of like Venice Beach, but except they have fire pits.
Yeah, just imagine any beach, but this time with fire pits, and you're right under like LAX.
So we had a whole extravaganza where we went to like Ralph's and got like
should grab a bunch of s'mores and like sticks for
all that
cooking,
stuff.
Like weenies and s'mores and stuff.
And we went, but we got there really late because we didn't plan it out very well.
It was literally a last minute. We thought of it the afternoon. We went that night.
Yes. Yeah. But that being said, wait, did we play the Alice thing that day? No, that was.
Yes, we did, because there was a point where your dad went back to the hotel to like kick it a bit and grab the firewood.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, we got an hour to kill. Let's play Alice is Missing.
So my sister got me 2 games for my birthday, Alice is Missing and Love Letters. And after we got back from Melrose and the thrift shopping and fashion TikToks and all that stuff that day, we played Alice is Missing, which is like a 3-hour game where you all text, and you text silently. And but
you text like in character. Like there are characters for each player.
Yeah.
And you have to think in the mind of your character of like, how can you try and find Alice who's gone missing?
It's super fun, and it was a good time. Fun. And Ashley had played it before, so she was kind of like leading it, but we got the gist pretty quick, and it got pretty dramatic, and it was pretty fun.
It was getting really intense. I had a whole arc, because I think my character and Ashley's character clashed a lot on like fundamental levels, and also just like emotionally in this plot and the story. Yeah. So we were butting heads a lot over text.
Yes.
And then eventually we came to like a mutual understanding, and it got kind of emotional. It was cute.
Yeah, and I was the one with the crush, so I had a crush on the missing girl.
That was weird. It got kind of creepy because you were looking through her things.
In the group chat, I had to like be really like, guys, come on, like we have to find Alice. But then,
Simp ass, bro.
I don't want to spoil the game, so I'm not going to give away too much.
Oh, true.
But it was really fun, yeah. And then, and I would recommend if you're into like acting games / like storytelling games and stuff.
It was a great role playing game.
Yeah.
I would play that probably maybe 2 more times.
And it's cool because you can go back through your texts and read the conversation after. Because, like, you have, like, texts with your group chat, and you can change your friends' like contacts names.
Yeah.
And then you also have, like, separate texts individually with the characters.
Yeah. And each one kind of fulfills a different... Like, there's the A plot of finding Alice, of course. But because all of our characters are different with budding situations... There's B plots that's happening on the sideline. Exactly. That if you read all the text, it's like, oh, there's a lot happening here. Like, this story.
You feel like you acted, because you did. And you feel like you created a world when you're done. It's kind of satisfying.
It's very sad. And because I hear not all the endings are very happy, we got, like, the most satisfying ending.
Yeah, our ending was chill. It was nice.
So, it was nice. It was cute. It feels like it started off very, like... a lot of conflict and just like high stakes and high emotion, but we ended off like I can rest.
Yeah, no, it was good.
I mended a lot of relationships.
But that was like a 3-hour game. There was a lot of setup, and then so after that, then we went to the beach, and then my fam was staying closer to the airport, like near LAX, and we're like 30 minutes from there, so there was a lot of like. At least the beach was closer to LAX. Yeah. So like when we drove in that direction, that's when we like went to Ralph's and got all the stuff, and that's when we finally made it to the beach eventually. Yeah. And we did the fire for like an hour. We cooked some weenies.
We did cook some hella weenies.
We made some s'mores. We exchanged stories. Lauren and Kayla met my fam. They already met Jacob at the party earlier, right?
Yeah, they already met Jacob. But they didn't meet your
twice.
family
They already met Jacob like twice. Yeah, because on his birthday and then on my birthday. And then, and then that ended at like, we did that for like an hour, but it was really late. So then we all headed back home, and I believe that's how we ended that night, right? Yeah. So
I think so.
I got some cool pictures of you guys at the fire.
Yeah, it was nice, man. I love something about the added mix of the fire pit and the beach. It's like, oh wow.
Yeah, it was a good vibe.
It's a really great energy. I love Doc Weiler.
It was nice.
I love Doc Weiler.
And that was on Saturday night, I guess.
Yeah.
So what did we do on Sunday?
Bro, I don't even know. Like, again, these days just keep merging together.
I know. I'm trying to like separate the days so that we can like name like what we did each day. But I'm like, let me check my Be Real, see what I did on Sunday. Which day was Sunday?
Well, the Be Real reveal.
The Be Real reveal. Sunday
was Melrose the same day as the beach?
Sunday's when we went back to yoga.
What day of the? Oh, that's right.
I do think Melrose was the same day as the beach. Because think about it.
So that was
the day my fam got here. That's the first time we saw my fam. We quickly...
The 5th.
The
5th.
Saturday.
Because the 4th I had to shoot.
Yeah, Saturday the 5th. Yeah, and then that's when we did a bunch of stuff in one day. That's when we like went to Melrose. No, we went to Bird's Nest.
With it.
We went to Bird's Nest, and then went to Melrose, and then we played Alice is Missing, and then we went to the beach. So that was a packed
I remember your dad was saying like he really likes like driving on the highway and seeing a mountain in every direction.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's cool.
It's cool, man. It's really dope.
And then so Sunday. Wait, so that's what we did Saturday. So what did we do? What did we do Sunday?
But eventually we went back to hot yoga.
That's what we did. Yeah, we did hot yoga again on Sunday.
Bohem yoga, we went back there.
We did that first thing
because your family wanted to try it.
Yeah.
And it was fire yet again.
Yeah, and the yoga instructor was happy to see us.
Happy to see us yet again. Again, I knew when I walked in that she was going to kick my ass.
Yeah, it was tired.
Because she tried all new positions this time than the last time we did it, and like again, I felt like passing out. I felt actually more intensely like I was going to pass out.
Ashley passed out. Ashley fainted.
Actually
for
fainted.
Like a second. Like I couldn't tell because I was right next to her, but I couldn't tell. But she told me later that for like a moment she passed out.
Yeah, like for me, like my vision gets really blurry, and then all of a sudden the sound starts to like get really like dark, and I'm like, oh. I'm going to pass.
You don't even know that you can like sweat that much. It doesn't even feel like sweat after a while. It just feels like you're dripping.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I don't feel like I'm sweating. That's why I get confused because it feels like it's just that water's collecting on your skin.
Exactly.
So I'm thinking like, oh, maybe just everyone else's sweat is getting on my body, but no, like you're sweating. It's just you're not like super physically exhausted type of sweat. You're just sweating because it's hot and it's humid.
It's very weird.
It's humid sweating.
Then it becomes both, and then you're like, what the heck?
Yeah, no, then the physical part comes in from all this goddamn yoga, and you're like, wow.
And then
kicking my ass.
That's when we went across the streets to
the civilization.
Yeah, like no, is that what it was called?
I think that's what it's called. The civilization.
It was like a mini Grand Central Market, like
yeah,
just like a few things, and that's when Jay and I got hibachi at this like. So I had so much Japanese food on this trip.
That's what I'm saying. Like hella.
Because we got Japanese food like
Japanese
one of the
food.
first nights with Jacob, and then we got Japanese food at Grand Central Market, and then we got I just got Japanese food hibachi with Jay, and you didn't get Japanese food that day though.
I got Jamaican food that day.
Oh, nice! You got like a chicken sandwich or something, I think.
Yeah, I got these little these patties. It was a jerk chicken patty, and I also got the spicy beef patty.
Yeah,
which they were good. They could have been better, but they were good.
The hibachi was actually surprisingly really good.
Really?
Cause I wouldn't expect it from like one of those little like tiny places. Cause like sometimes the food at these places are not like the best.
They're 50-50.
But this one was really good. I was like, awesome.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know how to say this, but like in my personal opinion, Asian food is superior, bro.
It was really good.
Superior. They're goated with the sauce. Like we had so much of it because Japanese food is so delicious.
It is one of my favorite.
Bro.
It is one of my favorite.
Japanese food, Indian food, Chinese food.
Japanese is one of my favorite cuisines, I must say. Except actually, I don't like sushi though. Like, which is kind of weird.
That's hilarious because that's like I feel like that's the key part of their dishes that
that's
really
like so many
stands them out from the other Asian.
It is pretty funny that's like
styles.
like so many people's favorite food, and I love Japanese food, but I don't really like sushi that much.
That's a key ingredient. It's
pretty funny.
That's funny.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure this was the day that after that we took like a long break because we were all so tired from the day before.
Yeah, I think we were tired from the day before, and also that bohem yoga kicked my ass, bro. So, I think it kicked all of our asses, and like we needed a break.
Yeah, like what did we do that day? Like, did we go anywhere else? Like, I can't remember.
Did we hang out with Lauren again?
Not that day, I don't think.
Dang, no, we might have chilled, then we went to the Italian restaurant.
Was that night?
I think it was that night, because the next day is, it rained.
Are you sure? Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think that's the day that we, like, kind of, like, we separated, like, my family went back to the hotel. Or did they come here with us? No, they went back to shower and stuff at the hotel.
They needed to still shower and everything, and we had to, kind of chill.
And so we came back to the apartment, chilled for a bit.
Yeah, I tried to, like, return, because I still haven't returned the batsuit, keep in mind, because, it was only used as a strategy on your birthday.
Right.
So I tried to go and return it, but then I realized, because it was Sunday, that postal places, UPS, none of that shit's open on Sunday.
Right.
So I was like, fuck. So I just, worked on Leaving Saturn again.
Yeah. Got some cooking in. We might have not worked on the Crabville album, but you worked on Leaving Saturn.
I was working on my album heavily, bro. I'm still working on it, but it's sounding good.
Yeah, and so then we got pizza later that night. People wanted pizza.
Well, I got pasta.
Yeah, people wanted pizza or pasta, so we found a nice place that had both. It was called, I can't remember. It was like Osteria
La Bucha.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah, and it was good. It was pretty fire.
Bro, I had this exquisite ass fucking squid pasta, bro. Yeah. I felt boosh. There was clam in that junk. Tasty.
I had a nice pizza. I think there was like salami on it.
Yeah, how was the pizza?
It was really good. It's not like the best pizza I've ever had, but it was a solid pizza. Yeah.
That place was nice. Yeah. I like their spaghetti. I know their spaghetti is kind of different from like standard spaghetti, but like I didn't try the thickness of it. It's nice.
Good. I'm glad it was good. Yeah, so that was a more chill day, but it was still very nice. Still very cool.
It was very nice.
And then the next day,
we were supposed to go to Topanga.
Right, we were supposed to go to Topanga, but is that when it rained or the next day?
That's when it rained, bro. Like,
oh yeah,
because it's already the 6th. There's like it's already the 6th.
So that day that we just covered was the 6th.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 7th. We did so much on Monday, the 7th.
Yeah, bro. Like we had our whole plan to go to Topanga, but then out of nowhere, for some odd reason in Los Angeles, it finally rained.
Yeah, so we're like,
it was raining
change
hard
of plans, let's improvise.
Yeah.
And Ashley and Jay wanted to go to this cafe. I can't remember what it was called, but it was based on...
Matte Black?
Yeah, Matte Black.
Matte Black.
And it was based on this game.
Kind of like Matte Black.
They had like a deal with like a game that Ashley and Jay are playing called like Persona 5.
Persona 5 Royale.
And so it's like...
Or Royal?
The cafe was like themed based on the game.
Yeah.
is this video game.
They had like a drink based on it and a bunch of merch and stuff, and they painted like the walls outside to kind of be based on the game. And the drinks was really cool.
Yeah, the drinks were interesting. They were cool. And
drinks were alright. They were cool.
I got matcha. It was nice. It was a cool like looking cafe. It was like black and white and stuff. And then after that, we were hungry.
Went to the Mediterranean place.
Got Mediterranean food.
Was it Oham or something?
We ate like outside under an umbrella in the rain. I was skeptical, but it was actually kind of a
this
vibe.
Man was so skeptical. Like, the bloke inside was like, all right, we only have outdoor seating. And then we're like, oh, okay, like, we'll try it. But you were like, bro, absolutely. Because you made it sound like it was obvious that we're not going to eat
that's
here.
What I thought, because I thought it was like pouring rain, and then I look outside, and there's just like this like tiny like table with this like umbrella, and all the seats were wet. So I'm like, what?
Every seat was wet.
But we ended up just wiping off the seats, and it actually wasn't raining as bad as I thought, and then it's fine.
And the food there, I think, was so worth it. I think I would have been upset if we left and not tried the chicken. It was like the chicken shawarma sandwich, or the fried chicken shawarma sandwich. It was delicious.
That's what a lot of you got. I got the lamb one, and it was pretty good too.
Lamb?
The lamb sandwich.
Oh, I wanted to try their lamb so bad, but I was like, I already wanted
it was good.
Chicken sandwich.
It was good. And so this was like our day in like downtown. This is like all happening in downtown, like Matt Black, and then this Mediterranean.
I would go back to both of those places, honestly.
Yeah, and then I think it was my idea to go to check out the Last Bookstore, which is like a sort of fancy looking bookstore. Oh, we forgot to mention when we went to Barnes and Noble with Jacob.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't that like the first day Jacob was here?
I can't tell you at what day it was that we went to Barnes. It might have been on the Hollywood. The Hollywood Walk of Fame day.
Are you sure it was that day?
Yeah, because I remember right before that we were deciding to either do it that day or to do it later, but we ended up going anyway.
Okay.
So we checked out the Americana.
That was one of the first days Jacob was here. Yeah,
we spent hours at Barnes and Noble.
Yeah. Bro. One of the first days he was here, we checked out the Americana, went to the Barnes & Noble Americana. And
yeah, it was the same day as the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Okay, so that was like, what, was that the first day he was here? Like October?
No, it was after the Spooktown Throwdown.
Was that his birthday?
No, it was the day after his birthday.
Oh.
Remember, we couldn't celebrate his birthday on his birthday because of the Spooktown Throwdown Halloween party.
So we went there on Halloween. So we celebrated
the next day.
So we went there on Halloween.
We went there on Halloween, yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that was a good time, and Barnes & Noble was always a good time. Anyway, so this was not the first bookstore of the trip either.
The last bookstore is actually the second bookstore that we've gone to.
Yeah, and
very cool architecture.
It was.
There was like a hallway of just like books that were like rounded, and then there was like this little hole of like books, and they had like a statue, like design of like books laid out on the wall. It's like an artsy book place, like very artsy. Yeah. I'd say for all the Instagram influencers out there, I highly recommend going.
Lauren's the one that told us about it, and
she knows. She's part of that culture. She knows a little bit of that ilk.
I've been meaning to check it out, so I was like, let's do it, and we did, and everybody loved it. We chilled there for like multiple hours as well.
You can never be in a bookstore for less than 1 hour.
Yeah,
I think it's impossible.
Yeah,
you gotta check out everything.
And then after that, I think we went to another cafe or something, didn't we?
We went to so many cafes and like shops.
No, but I think that day we literally went to like 2 cafes.
Yeah,
like in one day.
I think after the last bookstore we went back home though.
Yeah, we went back home for a bit.
But we went to 2 cafes that day.
This is Monday.
Oh, hot tea.
Yeah, like did we go back home and then get hot tea, or did we get hot tea?
I think we got hot tea before.
This is like November 7th.
Day before.
No, I think we got the hot tea. Wait. Which hot tea place are we talking about?
We went to 2 coffee shops. No, we went to another one because we wanted to chill and play that game, the love letter game.
That's where we went for hot tea?
No, that place didn't have tea. It was a coffee shop. It was a second coffee shop.
Yes, we went to a second coffee shop. Wait, was the hot tea before the coffee shop?
The hot tea, I think, was a different day.
Yeah, I think it was.
It was like a day before or something.
So, like, this day, after the bookstore, we went to another cafe.
Yeah.
I can't remember what that one was called. But
neither can I.
We played the other game Ashley got for me, Love Letters.
Oh, my God. I love letters.
That was really fun.
The whole point of the game is that, like, you are one of many suitors that are looking for the hand of this fair maiden, the princess.
It's fun. It's fast, and
it is fast,
but it's fun. You can play multiple rounds, gather up points, and we did that in the second cafe of the day, which was also fun. But I think Sean's right. Aside from that, we got hot tea. Like, not only on my birthday.
We went hot tea. We got hot tea again at a different place in Koreatown.
Exactly. And that was... Which night was that we got that hot tea?
Was that the Italian restaurant day?
Yes. Because it was on the way back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grab some more. This one was sweeter.
So that was the low-key day. That was the low-key day, which was... We only did, like, 2 things. We got... What was it again? We got like pizza after the hot yoga.
Yeah.
So the hot yoga day was...
Or pasta.
So the hot yoga day was November 6th.
Yeah.
So we did the hot yoga, right, and then we, ate like the hibachi.
Yeah.
And then we went our separate ways.
Yeah.
And then we went to get the pizza.
Bro,
and then on the way back from
all
pizza,
this is insane.
I know, we got the hot tea.
Yeah.
And then that's how we ended that day. Then November 7th is when we went to like all the cafes, or we went to Matt Black, the cafe.
Matt Black.
Went to the Mediterranean place.
I think it's called Oham, but I cannot remember.
Okay, yeah, and then we went to the last bookstore, spent much time there, and then we went to another cafe.
Yeah, another cafe, 7th. Love letter to, I think, kill a couple hours?
Yeah, to kill a couple hours or something, and then what did we do on the night of the 7th?
There's a really cute dog there. I had to pet him.
Yeah, you did pet him.
I did pet that dog.
That was wholesome.
Oh, I pet that dog.
Wow, this is crazy recalling all this.
I think that was
like the last day, right?
That was the last day, and then everyone had to leave the next day. Like everyone, Jacob, the Kaufmans, everybody.
Yeah, they did. So we said our goodbyes that night because it was really early flights.
Yeah.
I think you might have said goodbye to Jacob in the morning, though. Right?
I did see him in the morning. He knocked at my door and I said, "What's goody?" And we just talked for like a really brief moment, just saying goodbye and everything. And everything was really fun. Like, this trip couldn't have gone better, both for him and for us.
Yeah.
Because their trips made our, couple weeks in Los Angeles like vacation.
Yeah, no, it really did feel like a long vacation. It was from like October 29th to like November 7th or something.
Yeah, like a nice long 10-day vacation with family and friends from Maryland. You know? And we got to kind of explore the city with them. So although we were technically the locals of the bunch, everything still felt new for us because we were exploring with them.
And Jacob and my dad were exhausted of driving. They were just so tired of
it. They were so pooped. They were like, we do not want to drive.
I'm like, now you guys know how I've been feeling. Except honestly, I like driving, so it's like, but still, even if you like driving, you get so tired of driving.
Yeah, at some point you're like, you don't want to sit in traffic anymore. 30 minutes to get anywhere.
When Jacob was driving me home from work, we literally like the one day, we literally were trying to get home from Glendale, which is usually 30 minutes, and it was like an hour long because it was rush hour. So that's why we went to like eat.
That's insane. But you know what's also funny? It's not the first time that's happened.
Yeah.
I feel like we've been on the road before, and it's like we wanted to get somewhere that's usually 30 minutes.
Exactly.
And boom, an hour.
Yeah.
Just hits you right in the face.
Yeah. It's wild.
LA traffic, man, it is insane.
Not to be messed with. That's for sure.
But yeah, no, we had a fantastic 2 weeks. That's why, again, I apologize that we couldn't get an episode out. But as you can tell from the week, just from what we were trying to recap, and that might even not be everything. We might have missed something.
We were gonna try to do another episode on like Tuesday to catch up last week, but we figured this week's episode was gonna be recapping that trip anyway.
Yeah, so. I'm still reeling from all that. You know, that was only 2-3 days ago now.
Exactly. It was just like that was all that was going on for like 10 days. So it's hard for me to remember anything that was happening before then.
Exactly. And then we got to explore a lot more of Los Angeles.
But the day after that, we which was Tuesday, which was like 2 days ago. We went and we is that when we did the trivia?
Yeah, I think we did do trivia.
Yeah, we did trivia at Rockin' Riley's.
Yeah.
That was fun. Just you and I. This is when everybody's gone, and then. Yesterday, you finally did some of the bats you were returning.
Finally. Oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
Like, returning one item I think is fine. It's not that hard. But we're trying to return 7 to 8 different items that goes to different places. That was a big challenge.
Yep.
That was a big challenge.
We got
out of the way.
We got some Taco Bell yesterday, too.
And this is mentioning just our lives. Like, the world was going through all kinds of things during the last 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Our Lord and Savior, Drizzy Drake, dropped a collaboration album with 21 Savage.
Yeah.
It's all I listen. That's not all I listen to.
Sean Wayne.
But I listen to it a lot.
Sean Wayne. It dropped at midnight.
Literally, it dropped at midnight after your birthday.
So Sean, like after everything was done, Sean like he actually
I waited another hour after
he waited on Drake
your
just
birthday.
for me. It's honestly the best gift I could have.
I usually never do. Usually what I do
Yeah.
is like I shut her down and
Yeah.
I'm like I keep the whole place kind of quiet. I'm just listening to Drake the moment that it drops.
But then you were listening to that like immediately as soon as you could after that, and yeah, then we discussed it the next day, and I still think that song is hilarious. The 21.
Can you do something for me?
I love all the TikToks.
Can you lay it out down for? I think they're hilarious. I think they're so funny.
Over the past few days, I think we've been getting in the mojo of starting to get back into the grind of doing our daily things that we have to deal with. Like I've actually been working a little bit more on some creative projects, starting a few new ones in the past.
Yeah,
few days
I've realized like I'm dealing with like some other shit, of course, but I've really decided to hamper down on the album. It is so close to completion, and I want to do a lot with that project that now it's time to really focus on that. So I'm not doing anything else other than just focusing on the release of the music.
And we're back to the podcast, of course.
Back on the pod. We can never forget about Shaw. You feel me?
Yep. And
back again. Back again.
We still don't have, our gas, but we should very soon. And it's cold today. It is cold today.
It is chilly. I should have warned you ahead of time that like LA is very warm. Obviously, we warmer than a lot of other places in this whole country.
Yeah.
But that being said, because it's a desert, if the sun isn't out, it is freaking cold during the winter.
We had to have an
so
AC heater going right now because it literally is freezing in here without it. So
yeah, we're in the heat. We got the heater on. I apologize for extra sound or something, but like we are so cold.
Yeah.
Well, now I feel pretty like okay. Maybe it's because of the.
I think it's because the heater's been heating up the room. Yeah. But. Yeah, that was a good job. I think we did the best job anybody could about rehashing so much happening in like 10 days.
Literally so much happened, bro. Oh, in the middle of our trip, Takeoff from the Migos unfortunately passed away.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Takeoff.
Yeah, R.I.P.
A lot of cool music, man. I still remember when Versace first came out. I was like, yo, Versace, Medusa here, dummy, like I'm the Minati. Mama! Yeah. A lot has been happening in the world, and a lot's been happening for us.
A lot.
So
that's true. It's been crazy.
A lot. You know who has a song called A Lot?
Who?
21 Savage.
Oh my god.
You know what album 21 Savage recently dropped with our Lord and Savior Drizzy Drake?
What's actually the title of it?
Her Loss.
Her Loss.
Because it's her loss, bro.
I would say it's actually her win. If it's Drake that she's
No, trust me, bro. Trust me. When you know how much you're worth, it's like, wow. It is her loss. I'm not gonna lie, my confidence has gone up after the album drops.
That's great. I'm just saying if it's Drake, then maybe it's her win. If it's Drake.
You're not gonna win nothing.
Do people know who this album's about?
Huh?
Do people know who this album's about?
Well, the album, it covers a lot of different things, actually. There's a lot of little teasies
just like,
here and
but
there.
do we know who it's about?
Not specifically, no.
Okay. Does Drake usually reveal that stuff or no?
No, not intentionally, but sometimes he'll put a sub there and you can kind of figure it out.
Okay.
Regardless, it's her law. Whoever her is.
Yeah.
And he might be talking about a couple different hers per song.
Yeah.
But like, it's all of their losses.
Yeah.
Personal opinion.
Speaking of songs, you got your album.
I was working on my
potential drop.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Potential drop.
Ooh. Potential drop. More like definite drop.
We'll see.
It'll definitely drop.
See.
You'll see. You'll hear it. Oh,
we'll see.
Fuck it, we'll see. Yeah.
Anyway,
we got a lot of music coming.
That was a recap episode. It kind of reminds me of the very first episode of the podcast where we recapped moving across the country. I feel like this is the most that's happened in like a short amount of time since we got here. Honestly.
So much happened that we couldn't even get an episode out in 1 week, which I think for us. First of all, we're never going to try and let that happen again, but, like, we got so caught up, man.
Yeah.
We got really, really caught up. It was crazy.
And now it feels weird winding down, but it also, it's all right. We're chilling.
We're chilling now. Just telling, like, that's the thing, like, I was just telling someone that, like, after everyone's, like, leaves, I'm going to try and get my schedule back in order. And, like, so far I've been good on that.
But hey, we're already 10 days into November, which is crazy.
Hell yeah. Is it really November 10th right now?
It's already November 10th. That's what I'm saying.
It's wild.
Because, like, we'll be back in Maryland for a lot of December. So.
Gas will be back in 5 days.
The gas will finally... Next time we record an episode, we should have gas back finally.
We'll let you know how in the dark ages we are
Exactly.
after those 5 days.
How freezing it is. But yeah, I think for now that's probably good, right?
That's great. Yeah, that's fine.
So have a great week.
Have a great week. Thanksgiving is coming up.
Yeah.
/Friendsgiving
Yes.
/ I think some people call it Native American Remembrance Day or something, just because Columbus is such a piece of shit.
True.
So whatever day you're having, I hope y'all eat well, have your families and all that. It's coming up soon.
I hope you had a great Halloween.
Yeah, I hope you had a fantastic Halloween.
Oh, and Day of the Dead. That's the one thing I'm sad we couldn't make it to our friend's Day of the Dead party.
Yeah. Oh, Mexican Day of the Dead.
Next year.
Next year we're gonna come through for that. That's a very cool holiday.
Yeah.
Pretty big over here as well. All the holidays. Shoot, Christmas is coming.
Yeah.
Dude, literally the day after Halloween was over, motherfuckers were like, Christmas time, bitches.
I know.
Put on that goddamn Mariah Carey, goddammit.
That's the day I went to work and they were already playing Christmas music.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, we haven't even hit Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
Like, give me some days to decompress or whatever.
Yeah. So have fun decompressing until Thanksgiving, and then eat well.
And then it's Christmas season. Ho, 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 bitches.
Exactly.
Santa's coming to town.
Yeah. So, have a great week, and we'll catch you next time on Starbound, right?
Yeah, we'll catch you next time. This has been King Cuddy.
This is Cough Drippy.
And 2 Chainz.
Peace.
It was her loss.